Come explore with Xsploor and you'll learn so much more. Find new facts, see new things, grow like never before. Search around, sky or ground, you never know what's in store. Explore, explore, explore. Explore, explore, explore.
Hey fellow explorers, you wondering why I'm wearing a strange helmet today? Well, today we're going to talk about bikes and bicycle repairs, and we're at a bicycle shop called the Freewheel Bike Shop here in San Francisco on Hay Street. And we're going to talk with Carlos, the owner, and he's going to show us how to make the tire rim today. So let's go inside and check out the shop first, okay? Hey guys, check this out. Look at these bikes, they're beautiful bikes. This one's green, this one's blue, this one's black. These are smaller bikes. These are wonderful bikes. But you know what? These bikes are already built, and this is a bicycle shop. You know what they do here? They actually build the bikes from scratch. This is the type of bike you might find, like if it's already built, like in a store, you buy it that way. But here you come to this bicycle shop and they'll make one for you according to the way that you want it. And here are the parts. Check these out. These are the wheel hubs. These are what they'll actually build the wheels around. So here they come in different colors. This is a white one, a black one, a silver one. Here's a green one over here. Way over here you see a pink one. And they come in different shapes too. Look at how small this one is. This one's really tiny for a very small bike. And you have like different little small gears for the wheels and the chains. And come around here. Check this out. Here's some more gears. These are the bigger gears. So you'll see this, and they'll wrap a chain right around this, and they'll attach to your tire, and it'll keep your wheels going. That's what the gears are for. And then over here, there's more stuff here. Check this out. Now these are the bicycle pedals. They come in different colors too, and different types. These ones are rubber, these ones are metal, these are pink, this is a lime green, and a beautiful blue, and a red one, and gold ones here. And check these ones out. These are special kinds. See how they look different than these ones? You can't really put your foot in them because these ones you can actually attach your shoe to. Special shoes have that attach to these ones. In fact, and down here, again, you got more choices. These are your seat posts, and they come in different colors too, and different sizes. Some are very tall, some are very short, some are very colorful. This is a red one, the purple one. That's my favorite color. And here are some of you put your foot right in there and protects you when you're bicycling. It goes right over the pedal and protects your foot. And back here, you got gloves you can get. You even got water bottles down here. Check it out. You got everything in here you want. And I think there's more around. Let's check out some more stuff around here. This is really cool. And check out right over here. Huh, look at, you got bicycle outfits you can wear to be official. And oh, look, these are awesome. Look at, these are the handlebars. You can cruise around with these cool handlebars. And look at, these go on the handlebars, so you got nice grip on. You gotta have good grips. You got nice rubber grips on those. These are the little hubs that attach to the handlebars. So they go right into the handlebar here and go right into your bicycle. That's pretty cool too. So many parts here. It's amazing how many parts a bicycle has. And up here, these are the seats. So this is what you plop on. You can choose. There's some wide seats, some narrow seats, different color seats, different texture. This is rubber. This is kind of a hard plastic. This is kind of something in between. And over here, look up on the wall. Look at all these rubber tires. So many different kind of tires and different colors of tires too. It's amazing how many tires there are. And then look up here. These are the wheels that the tires go on. See the different sizes, and they have spokes. All kinds of those things in the middle are called spokes. Now that looks pretty complex to put that together. I wonder how they do that. Here is the owner of this bicycle shop, Carlos, and he's going to show us how this bicycle works, the different parts of it, how it functions, how you put it together, and in particular, he's also going to show us how to build a tire. You want to show us how this bike works now, Carlos?
Yeah, you have, everybody knows what a bicycle is. It has two wheels, and we're going to have a front wheel and a back wheel. And in order to make the bike go, you need to pedal it with the crankset. And here are the gears in the crankset has the gears in the front. And when you turn the gears in the front, it pulls on this chain, and then the chain pulls onto the gears on the back. And then the gears on the back pull the rear wheel to move the bike. So when I turn the chain, it moves the wheels. And then you have a lot of gears. Some gears are easier and some gears are faster. Sometimes you really want to go fast, so you'll shift it with the derailleur to the faster gears.
So the smaller gears are the faster gears, then?
Yep, and then the easier gears are these bigger gears. And these are the gears that you need when you want to go up a steep, steep hill.
And so now why do you have to change gears, and Why does a bigger gear make it easier to go up a hill than, say, a smaller gear?
Well, that's about ratios.
So it's just less pedaling, is that what it is? Or?
Yeah, you get to every time you turn this crank, when you turn this crank one whole turn, the smaller the gears are, the more times the wheel's going to turn. Okay. And then the bigger the gears are, the less time that wheel's going to turn. So it's going to be easier to go up the steeper hills.
So when you're fighting gravity, you want to pedal less, basically, right?
Yeah, you want to take, you'll take smaller steps when you go up a hill, and then you'll take bigger steps when you're running down a hill. And here's and this bicycle also has a water bottle holder. And now the bike's ready to go.
And it's important to always stay hydrated because it gets really hot sometimes when you're bicycling, so you want to have that water bottle right there, ready to grab.
So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make a wheel. Here's one I made a little bit earlier. And remember on the whole bicycle you had gears? Well, this is where the gears attach. The gears attach to this. And then this attaches, this is the gear holder or the free hub body. And it holds the gears, and then the gears go into the hub, and then into the hub are spokes. And spokes come out of the hub, and then they go into the rim. And then when you're riding the bike, you need to pull on the gears, which pull on the spokes, which pull the rim to move the bike forward. So I have to make a wheel over here, just like this, with a hub, with spokes, and with a rim, and I have to put them in to make a whole wheel.
And how many spokes do you have to put on there?
24 in this wheel.
It's like 1 per hour, right? 1 in a day. You got 24 hours in a day and 24 spokes in the wheel. It's easy to remember that way. And now, guys, let's take a musical break and listen to Kyle Bain doing the bike song.
On a bicycle, you pedal around. A bicycle can get you all around town. On a bicycle, you can go so fast, and your bicycle doesn't even need gas. There are bikes for riding on the street. There are bikes for doing tricks like a 360. There are bikes for a mountain ride. Of all different kinds, but what I like most about my bike is it only takes me to power the ride. On a bicycle, you pedal around. A bicycle can get you all around town. On a bicycle, you can go so fast, and your bicycle doesn't even need gas. When you pedal, you move a gear, and the gear turns a chain that's connected to the rear, and the rear gear turns the wheel, spinning fast or slow depending on how you feel. And when you pull on the brakes, your bike will slow to a stop. Ooh, that was great. On a bicycle, you pedal around. A bicycle can get you all around town. On a bicycle, you can go so fast, and your bicycle doesn't even need gas. On a bicycle, you pedal around. A bicycle can get you all around town. On a bicycle, you can go so fast, and your bicycle doesn't even need gas. Bicycles are such a blast. Bicycles! And be sure to wear your helmet. Always be safe.
So this is a spoke. This is a spoke nipple, and the spoke goes into the spoke nipple, and you can see it turns in there and stays in there, and then that ties the hub into the rim. And let me show you how that works. And I have 24 spoke nipples, I have 24 spokes, and I have 24 holes in this hub.
Wow.
And then in the rim, I have 24 holes in the rim. And if you look, you can see holes in the rim.
And so you buy these rims already sort of pre-drilled, right? And then you put them together. Is that how it works?
Yeah, sometimes there's a manufacturer that makes the rim, and then there's another manufacturer that makes the hub, and then there's another manufacturer that makes the spokes. And then we measure everything to get the perfect length spoke. It has to be the perfect length. So I have to measure the size of the rim. And then I also have to measure the size of the hub. And I take a tool like this. This is called a micrometer. And a micrometer helps me measure exactly how
very precise
big the hub is. And this hub is exactly 52 millimeters in diameter on this flange. And then between these holes, I have to measure these, and those are a little different.
So
those are 40.
So why are the two sides different diameters?
Well, it needs to be a little bit bigger here because the gears need to slide into here. So this diameter ends up being a little bit bigger, and this one can be a little bit smaller.
Okay. So because of the gears, basically. Okay.
They take up some space.
And what is this now? This looks like it's not metal. What's this rim made out of?
This is made out of carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber, so it's like hardens?
It's really light. This weighs less than a pound.
And it's important to keep the bikes light, right? That way it's just less.
The lighter, the faster. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start placing the spokes into the hub, and then I'm going to bring them over to the rim.
So this is like if a customer comes in and they'll pick out the hub and they'll pick out the rim, then you have to make sure it works all together then properly, right?
Exactly. So now I'm going to bring that to the rim. There's a starting place at the rim, and I always start where the valve is. And the valve is where the air goes into the tire. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to place the spoke into the spoke hole. And then I have to take the spoke nipple, and I have to turn it on there and tighten it right on. And then I'm going to keep on going all the way around I'm going to do this to all around the whole hub. I skip a hole, put another one in. Skip a hole, put another one in. And then I alternate. And you'll see why in a minute.
Okay.
So now I have to place this in the proper place, which is this hole.
So you skip two, so it's every third hole and you do it that way then, right?
Yes, and I'll show you. And then skip 3 and put it in the 4th hole. You see how there's I had 4 piles of 6?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put 6 spokes in this side, and then I'm going to put 6 spokes in this side, and then I'm going to put 6 spokes again in this side, and then put another 6 spokes in this side. So I have everything separated.
So now why do you go like say 6, 6, 6, 6 as opposed to say just 12 and 12?
Because if you look at a wheel, when you see this goes together, the spokes are alternating.
I see.
And
They kind of cross over a little bit like that? Right?
they cross over. And this wheel is the spokes are going to cross over 2 spokes. And I'll show you what that means.
So the spokes fairly flexible themselves? Are they pretty stiff or fairly flexible, the spokes?
Well, feel one. You can pick one up and just feel how you can flex it a little bit
you
this
flex
way,
it, yeah.
but it doesn't flex that way, which is the way we want it to be stiff.
Yeah, it's nice and stiff that way, but it's flexible that way.
I have just finished 6 spokes. now I'm almost starting a wheel. Almost.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
It's going to go this way. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do some spokes on this side. And these spokes are a little bit different length, so I have them separated in 2 different piles.
Now, they come in different lengths, or do you have to cut them down yourself?
Oh, we make them right here.
Oh, you make them right here. Oh, that's
So this spoke goes right here, and then I'm going to start to follow a pattern. And if you look, I'm going to have pairs of spokes coming together. And look, I'm pulling from my second pile of spoke nipples, so I have to do 6 more this way. Now it's getting a little bit tighter and tighter, so this is the tool. I was using my fingertips, but now I'm going to use the actual tool that holds the spoke nipple from the back side. And then I'm going to come over here, put this together.
Is that tool just only for like bicycle spokes, that particular tool?
That's a socket tool, and it fits
It
a
happens to fit that particular size.
5mm socket, which is what this is. And here's another way of doing it, where I put that in there. But I have to be really careful that I don't accidentally drop the spoke nipple inside the rim. So I'm going to go back to the side with all the gears. If you look, I've got 6 on each side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the spokes this way, and we're going to start seeing the shape of a wheel. And now I'm going to put spokes coming. I did 6 on this side and 6 on this side. Now if you look, there's space for more spokes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put spokes in here, but I'm going to put them, they're going to be opposite of these spokes. So you can see this spoke goes this way and comes out this way. Well, I'm going to put spokes in from this way to come out this way. Now I do it like this, and I start to put the spokes in just like this. Pop them right in.
Now, so is the reason for having alternating, is that to just give it more structural integrity? Is that what it's for? Or?
Well, you can't just pull in one direction. You have to pull in you have to pull in opposite directions in order for the spokes, in order for the wheel to go together.
Wow.
So
See, all my life I've just ridden bicycles. I've never even thought about how the spokes all got put together. It's something that you just take for granted. Just the wheels are there, and you just assume that's the way it works. But it's good to know actually that it's actually fairly complex putting it all together and understanding the concept behind it.
when this wheel is going to be in the bike races, and in order to, one of the important things in a bike race is to think about the best products that you can put on your bike to make the bike fastest. And you want to make it work for you. You want it to be lightweight, but you don't want it to be too lightweight. If it's too lightweight, it could break. If it's not lightweight enough, it's just harder to ride. It takes longer to ride. So you have to find that balance. And here is a wheel that we hope is going to be very well balanced for what our customer wants. And so now what I'm going to do here is, if you look, we have spokes going into this hub one way, and then we have them coming out, then we have spokes coming out of the other side of the hub the other way. And then I'm going to cross over one, and then I'm going to cross overlap under the other. And that's weaving the spoke into the hub. And I have to do that 6 times. And I have 6 nipples here. Put them in there. Put that right there. I have to be pretty careful here. So
apart from like a nice light wheel, what other parts of a bicycle, for a good racing bicycle, for example, would be ideal? Like what type of materials or what type of frames? Are there different types?
There's in bicycles, there's different types of materials you can use. You can use metal, and you can use carbon fiber. You can use steel metal. You can use aluminum metal and titanium metal. Those are the 3 metals that you see in bicycles. And most common metal to use in a bicycle is aluminum. And then the lightest bicycles are usually going to be the titanium ones in metals. And then the lightest bicycles altogether are usually carbon fiber, which is what this rim is made out of.
And is that pretty strong, even though it's made out of, it's not metal, it's still pretty strong, pretty sturdy?
It's really strong. It's stronger than steel for its weight.
Wow.
So you can see now, you see a star pattern, and you almost see a wheel. But then what I have to do next is I have to put spokes into the hub to finish up the other side. So now I'm gonna put them in from this side. So we only have 6 more spokes to go. So all these spokes on each side are the same length. So now when I put these together, I have to be very careful about counting each turn as I'm tightening it on, because every time I turn it, it makes the spoke shorter. I'm shortening up the spoke, so I have to be really careful that I'm keeping lengths the same.
I mean, right down here, I mean, you're twisting down here, the same number of turns.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm always counting as I'm turning it, so it's very uniform and even.
That must be very important, right? Because the spokes, different size, is going to affect the wheel.
Yeah, if they're all different lengths, then when you're done with the wheel, you're going to have a wheel that's crooked. You want to keep the wheel straight. Okay. This is my last spoke nipple, my last spoke. Okay. Now we're almost together, but if you look, it's too loose and not ready to ride yet. But I just want to make sure everything's in its position. And bending the spokes at the elbows right where they need to bend, so that I get the wheel the shape that I want to have it. Now, this is a truing stand, and what this does is it holds the wheel so I can tighten up the spokes all together.
That's an amazing tool right there.
And so remember, I was counting spokes earlier. Now what I'm going to do, or counting each turn earlier, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten each of these spoke nipples in their place. But you can see I don't know if you can see with the camera, but you can see I still have some threads left on the spoke.
Yeah, right there, you can see the threads right there. So the threads mean the
So I
whole
turn this until I'm at the last thread. And I turn this one. Then I go to the very next spoke on the same side. It looks like I'm skipping spokes, but I'm just going to the very next spoke on the same side until I see the last thread. Until I see the last thread. Last thread, and I have my thumbnail, and I can even stop right there at the thumb. I can move right along. All the same place.
So this makes things go a lot quicker. And once you're ready to go, this tool really helps out. I've always just bought my bicycle in the store, and I've actually seen the process being made. I think it's nicer. Have a bicycle made like in a bicycle shop. I think it's much nicer because you actually see what's going on, and you know it's being hand done. So that's really nice.
Now I can't see the threads, so now it's very important that I'm counting every turn to tighten up this wheel. So I'm going to start tightening it from this side.
Now you're going to use a different tool again, right?
Now this is a tool that holds the spoke nipple to the spoke. And this is the tool that holds the spoke nipple and turns the spoke from this side of the rim. So I'm going to turn, now I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to go around in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. To make it perfect, I'm going to need to make the wheel straight. And if you look here, if you look over here, I'm going to try to straighten up the wheel so it doesn't move back and forth. It's nice and even. So, there's a spot where it goes too far this way. So I'll tighten these guys. and I'm tightening the spokes that go to this side of the wheel. I'm tightening the spokes to this side of the wheel just a little bit, just to make it more, there we go,
Oh, look at that.
more straight.
Beautiful. Look how perfect that is.
And we just keep on working on it until it's more straight. Okay, now I'm going to start tightening the spokes to make them really tight, to make it a strong wheel. The stronger the wheel, the tighter the spokes, the stronger the wheel is. So I'm going to get this tool again, hold it from the inside, and when I turn it, you can see what the problem here is. If you look at the spoke, you can see the spoke is twisting. So I have a tool that holds the spoke in place.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm going to tighten the spoke. I do it nice and tight. One full turn. One full turn. Remember, we'll count. It's really important that we're counting and we're consistent. If you sight down the rim and you look at this white background, you can see how straight the wheel is.
Wow. That's like perfectly straight. There's no wiggle at all in that. That is beautiful to see.
Now we got to put the tire on. So remember the spokes. The spokes are in there, so we have to put an inner tube in there, in the wheel. So we're going to put this to cover all the spoke nipples. This is called a rim tape.
A rim tape.
I want to find the hole for the valve, and then I'm going to match that right up here.
Oh, wow. Now these come in different sizes?
Everything comes in different sizes, yeah. But this one's very specifically designed for this rim. This tire here is the size for this rim, and I'm going to start with
Now what are you looking for in that tire right now?
I was looking for the direction arrows.
Oh, okay.
So this wheel is going to go this way.
Oh, that's based upon the way the tread is shaped?
Yeah, the way the tread is shaped. So I'm going to mount this tire onto this rim. And the reason why we did this bike, and then I'm going to mount this tube inside. And remember, I'm glad I lined up the hole so I could put the valve into the hole and put the tube inside. And I use my fingertips to put the tube inside like this. And you saw I put one side on first, and now I put the other side of the tire on. Make it nice and make it even. And then I pump it up to full pressure.
It's nice to have a nice pneumatic pump. At home, I'm sitting there cranking it pushing it down. It's nice and quick.
Make sure it's even. And now I have to put the gears on.
Wow.
And I brought over here are the gears that we need.
And how many gears will there be?
Well, we'll count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
It's going to be 10 speeds. So.
Now the bikes come with, I mean, is it always going to be 10 gears, or there's sometimes there are fewer or more gears?
Sometimes there's more gears.
Sometimes more gears. So what's the most number of gears you put on a bicycle?
12 on the back.
12 in the back. Okay.
And then you can put 2 on the front of that. So I keep everything in order here.
So I know if the back ones are already kind of stacked together. They come that way, already stacked, or do you put them together that way?
Well, they'll have those on a carrier, so they don't, because these put so much force on here that they'll cut him. So if you have them separate, if you have a big carrier like that, it's not going to cut into the hole, into the hub.
Nice.
This is about the biggest you can do without it actually cutting into the hub.
Okay.
So that they can be separate at that point.
Now, do you hand cut these, or do these come like already made?
The cogs?
Yeah.
The cogs are from the factory.
They're from the factory.
There's a cog factory.
Like putting a puzzle together, you gotta have just the right position.
And then this goes and tightens it all on there.
Is that just lubricant, or is that?
Yeah, that's just a little oil on the threads so that they I'll put this on. I can call this racer and let him know he can race this weekend on his new wheel.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, Carlos, thanks for showing us how to put a tire together. That was amazing how you put the wheel together. And
Pleasure.
Again, he runs here in San Francisco, the Freewheel Bike Shop, here at 1920 Hay Street in San Francisco. So if you ever get out here, this is the place to go to get a beautiful bicycle. You see the work he does, it's wonderful. And I'm going to borrow one of these bicycles right now if you don't mind.
That'd be great. Go for it.
All right. Whoa, that was awesome. I learned so much from Carlos today about putting a wheel together. But now, guys, this is my favorite time of the video where we get together and we do the Xsploor roar together, okay? So let's do that. Remember how to do it? You make the X on your chest like this, then you let it all out. Xsploor! It feels wonderful, doesn't it? It always feels good, just to let it all out. Okay, guys. Check out my video next time. Remember my name, Xsploor. X-S-P-L-O-O-R. Xsploor. And hit my subscribe button. I need all the subscribers I can get. It's good to have you on board. Okay, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Wait. One more thing, fellow explorers. Please hit that subscribe button. I can really use your help. I do this for fun, so I'm not getting paid, but if you can hit that subscribe button, that helps me out. You know what else you can do? You can come visit my website, Xsploor.com. That's right, Xsploor.com. I have some really cool things on there just for you. And you can also check me out on Instagram, on Twitter, even on Pinterest, and of course on Facebook. And even better than all of that, I have 2 free contests going on right now. What's the first one? Well, check this out. What are those? Xsploor Yo-Yos, official Xsploor Yo-Yos, official Duncan brand official Xsploor Yo-Yos. Can't beat that. And you can also win these are my official Xsploor hats. They have my Xsploor circle logo in the front. On the side of the bill it says Xsploor, and in the back it has the Xsploor icon from my website. Pretty cool, huh? Free again, 1 every month. You can buy them on the website. Win 1 free every month if you sign up and register, okay? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Now once more with Xsploor, we've done learning galore. Explore, explore, explore.
Hey, fellow explorers, I need subscribers to stay on the air. So please hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you. See you next time, fellow explorers. Take care.